Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are on page 155 of our student journals, and we are on lesson 14. So we're going to be continuing with what we started yesterday. The only difference today is that we're going to be doing some measuring as well. So you're going to want to get your ruler back out. Okay, so let's look at our objective or our goal for the day. Is today I will determine the difference in the length, and if you run out of room, just squish it in like I did, of two objects using subtraction. Okay. So boys and girls, remember yesterday that when we looked at our steps, we weren't doing a number line. The reason we weren't doing a number line is because we would have to draw these really huge number lines. So yesterday we crossed these off and said we're not going to do those steps. Instead, we are going to subtract using the place value strategy. That is what we're going to be doing instead, boys and girls. We're going to subtract using the place value strategy. Okay, now yesterday there was a tricky one. You had to actually do some regrouping. I'm wondering if you were successful with that. Today, we'll see if that comes up again and if we need to do some together. Okay, so my first problem, I'm going to put the book away and grab my red pen if you want to just watch with me. My first problem says, measure to find the difference in the length of the cell phone and the credit card in inches. Okay, so what I notice here is inches is my measurement, and this time they don't give me the numbers. I have to find them using my ruler. So I'm going to make sure again that I always start at the dash and my side where it starts with 1. So my cell phone looks like it's about 3 inches. And my credit card looks like it's about 1 inch. So my problem is, if I'm going to find the difference, it's going to be 3 minus 1. Now, boys and girls, because this is what we call a basic fact, I don't really need to set up my table and do the place value strategy. This is a basic fact that most of us know or we could use our fingers for. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, so now let's fill in our answers. So the blank is inches longer. Which one's longer? The cell phone. So I'm going to put that first. So the cell phone is 2 inches longer than the credit card. Okay, my next one says the blank is shorter. So which one's shorter? The credit card. So the credit card is 2 inches shorter than the cell phone. Period. Okay, let's see another one, ladies and gentlemen. Here's my next one. This one says, a mouse is 5 centimeters tall. A cat, and here's my little mouse right here. A cat measures 38 centimeters tall. Which one is taller and how much taller is it? Well, I think we all can say that the cat is taller. But how much taller is it? Okay, so my cat is 38 centimeters and my mouse is 5. So when I subtract, I put the larger number first, take away the smaller number. Okay, so here's my problem. Now, because this is not what we'd call a basic fact, I'm going to set up my place value table. So what do I have? I have tens and ones. So 38 means I have 3 tens, which is 30, and 8 ones. And I'm going to take away, for 5, I don't have any tens. I have 0 tens and 5 ones. So what do I get? 8 ones take away 5 ones is 3 ones. 30 take away 0 is 30. So 30 plus 3 is 33. So my difference is 33. Okay, so now we can go in and fill in our blanks. The blank is centimeters taller. So who was taller? The cat. And how much taller? 33 centimeters taller than the mouse. The mouse is 33 centimeters shorter than the cat. Okay, so boys and girls, we're going to try those together, some of those together. So please grab your book, and we're going to turn to page 156. 156. Okay, ready? So here is our first problem. It says, measure to find the difference in length of the caterpillar and the snail in centimeters. Okay, so this time they didn't give it to us. We need to use our ruler, and we're on the centimeter side. So remember, I use our dash, and we need to first measure. So my caterpillar is 5 centimeters. My snail is 10 centimeters. Okay, so when I find difference, I always set it up with my larger number, take away my smaller number. So my problem is 10 take away 5. Now, boys and girls, because this one might be something we'd call more our basic fact, you could probably just do this one with your fingers and not set up your place value strategy. So I might just know that if I had 10 take away 5, I can know the answer to this one is 5. Okay, so now let's fill in our blanks. The blank is centimeters longer. Which one's longer? The snail. And how much longer? He was 5 longer because our difference was 5. So the snail is 5 centimeters longer than the caterpillar. And the blank is centimeters shorter. Who is shorter? The caterpillar is 5 centimeters shorter than the snail. Okay, boys and girls, let's turn our page and try another one together. Okay, ready? So this says a dollar bill is 6 inches long. A football is 11 inches long. Which one is longer and how much longer? So I don't need my ruler because they give me the measurements. Okay, they said the dollar bill is 6 inches and the football is 11 inches. So remember, our problem's going to be our larger, take away our smaller. Okay, so when I have 11 take away 6, I could, if some of you might know the answer to this, or we could set it up. We're just going to set it up just to have some practice. Okay, just to have some practice. So I have my 10s and my 1s. So for 11, I have 1 10, which is 10, and then I have 1 1. And then I'm going to take away, for 6, I have 0 10s, and I have 6 1s. Now the reason I wanted to set this one up is because this one's a little bit tricky, because when I go to solve it, I get 1 take away 6. If I had 1, could I take away 6? Nope. So if you remember, this is when I go next door and I can take some and regroup and borrow from him. So I'm going to take those 10 from there and add it over here. So 1 plus 10, how many now do I have over here? If I had 1 plus 10, I have 11 over here. And then I can say 11 minus 6. And you could use your fingers if you need to, but that would give me 5. So it's the same as here, but I wanted you to see how I would do that with regrouping and over here. So it's 5. Okay, now let's go up and fill in our blanks. The blank is inches longer. Which one was longer? The football is 11 inches longer than the dollar bill. The dollar bill is 11. Oh, I put 11, boys and girls. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. That's not true. My difference was 5. Let me correct that. So the football is not 11 inches longer. The football is 5 inches longer than the dollar bill. And the dollar bill is 5 inches shorter than the football. I hope that you caught that mistake before I did, boys and girls. Okay, so we're going to turn the page. And you're going to try 1 and 2 on your own. And then on this page, you're going to turn to this page. Now, I'm going to actually skip to this one, and I want to do one more with you before I dismiss you. So please turn to page 159. Please turn to page 159, and we're just going to do one more together. Okay, so this says David kicked the soccer ball 25 yards. Jim kicked the soccer ball 50 yards. Who kicked the soccer ball farther? How much farther? Okay, so I see 25 yards and 50 yards. So remember when I set it up, my larger number goes first and I take away the smaller number. So 50 is larger than 25. Now because this is not a basic fact, I'm going to set up my place value strategy. And my 10s and 1s. So 50 is I have 5 10s, which is 50, and I have 0 1s. And then I'm going to take away 25, which is 2 10s, which is 20, and 5 1s. Okay, so when I go to do this, let's see what I always start with my 1s. 0 1s take away 5 1s. Is that going to be possible? Nope, not at all. So what I do here is I come over here and I borrow some, I decompose the 50 and break it up. So I can cross this off and I'm going to take 1 10 away. So if I took 1 10 away from 50, I would have 40 left. And I'm going to bring that 10 over here. So 0 plus 10 is 10. So I took 1 10 away and I brought the 10 over here. And 0 plus 10 is 10. So now, do I have enough to take away? If I have 10 1s, can I now take away 5 1s? Yes. So 10 1s take away 5 1s is 5. And 40 take away 20. Or 4 10s take away 2 10s is 2 10s, which is 20. So I have 20 plus 5 equals 25. Okay, so now I know the difference is 25. So it says blank kicked the ball blank yards farther. Who kicked farther? If David kicked it 25 and Jim kicked it 50, didn't Jim kicked the ball and how much farther? 25 yards farther than David. And David kicked the ball 25 yards shorter than Jim. Okay, so now boys and girls, I also want you to turn and you're going to do page 160 and you're also going to try 161. Have a great day. Bye-bye.